Good morning, this is Russ, and today I would like to share with you an article that I was reading on Charisma Magazine. And the article was about worshiping to Jesus Christ and has Satan found his way into the worship teams throughout the churches. And I believe the answer is yes. Remember, he was created to worship before God. In our time, it's 24/7, but in their time, not really sure. But anyway, I'm going to share a little bit of the article with you. Take a look at it. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you for watching the videos. We really appreciate it. And if we can be of any help in other areas, please don't hesitate to comment or click on the links below. Okay, thank you and God bless.
Hi, good morning. This is Russ again. As I introduced you to this article that I was reading on my Charisma News, is worship music Lucifer's next great battleground? And I believe it is. And if you'll remember back in your Bible, that Lucifer was created to worship God 24 hours a day. Now, we don't know what their time frame is in heaven. We know here that here on earth we're 24/7 and we sit outside of God's timing. But I wanted to bring it to your attention in this article. This gentleman right here, he was with the International House of Prayer, Bickle, in Kansas City. And before they even went out and began to worship with the congregation, they spent a great deal of time prior calling out to God, Jesus, uh, so they would be able to share uh, that momentum over into the congregation and bringing that forth through the music. Now, remember, music is just it's beautiful. There's a lot of emotion attached to it. So let's go down. Let's kind of review this article a little bit and what he was saying. He says here, Satan has a plan to infiltrate and defile the modern worship music movement. Now, I agree with that to an extent. There is some music out there. Of course, we know rock and roll, what that's all about, and we know other genres of music as well. But some of the Christian music is, there's Christian rap music. There's various styles, but that I don't really enjoy. The Newsboys is somebody I really enjoy. But if you get in here, and this is what CBN was talking about, theologians believe that Lucifer was the worship leader in heaven. I agree with that. In the very presence of God. He was exceedingly beautiful and endowed with special abilities. As we see in the passage from Isaiah 14, Lucifer looked upon his own beauty and wisdom, attributes created in him by the Lord, and he decided that he would raise his throne above God. He foolishly declared, I will make myself like the Most High. Well, we know how that's going to end in the book of Revelation, but let's go down here and look at this article and some of the areas that this gentleman is talking about. 3 ways Lucifer can infiltrate worship music. Theology is one way. Let's take a look at it here. Go ahead and read along with me if you like. Many people wrongly believe that the worship leader's theology is unimportant. The train of thought is that the senior pastor is the gatekeeper regarding theology in the local church, and the worship leader plays a lesser supporting role. As we have to do is jump back a bunch of years to see that the great gatekeeper, God Himself, was assaulted and his mission was radically damaged. Okay, so anyway, here's a little bit more to that article. Of course, we know that 1/3 of the angels fell with Lucifer. These are some bullet points right here. He also talks about bad theology in your worship leader. It can easily lead to many others in the church succumbing to the deception. Um, let's see here. What is some of the other things? The secret life. Worship leading should not be the primary job description of worship leaders. It should be the natural outflow of a life of intense, continual prayer. Praying in the Spirit night and day must be job one for all of us, and especially those who are supposedly to lead us into an encounter of the Holy God. Let's go down here and look at some of the other things. Lyrics. Okay. Goes on to say, does anybody else notice a trend in worship music towards the glorification of man? Yeah, I have. Benefits our position or experience, shouted in a song after song. We need to get back to God-centered lyrics that proclaim His goodness. And you can go ahead and see the rest of this article. I will provide the link for you. And he's also talking about here, let's initiate a true, let's see here, let, let's initiate a true worship movement. I don't know why that's happening like that, but here we go right here. And let's see, and we can go on. And this is John Burton, and he's been leading ministries for over 20 years and is a sought-after teacher, prophetic messenger, and revivalist. And you can go ahead and read more about him if you like. Okay, so anyway, I'll leave the link to this article. I hope you enjoy the video. Please don't hesitate. We'd like to have your comments. Please share this if you would, please. And let's bring the good news of Jesus Christ. Okay? God bless you. Enjoy.